Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about the order of operations. And the order of operations is a set of math rules that tells us how to solve problems. And the cool thing about the order of operations is it doesn't matter what country you're in. I could put the exact same problem in front of a student here in New York as another math teacher is giving to a student in China. And even though they speak very different languages, they would still be able to solve the question exactly the same as long as they followed the order of operations. Now, you might have heard the order of operations as Pemdas or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's that silly sentence that helps us remember these math rules. First, the P stands for parentheses, and there are three types of parentheses. This curved type is what's most common, but we also will see brackets and braces in some different examples. The E stands for exponents. So anytime you see an exponent hidden within your problem, you would solve that after any parentheses. Then we have M and D, multiplication and division, and you can see that I've put an arrow along the bottom. That's because both of these have the same power. You need to solve multiplication and division steps in the order they appear in the problem, moving from left to right. And I'll show you what I mean by that in one of our examples. The same thing is true for addition and subtraction. You solve these two operations in the order they show up, moving from left to right. So let's take a look at a couple examples. Let's start with parentheses 5 plus 3 times 2 minus 6. So if I'm following my order of operations, I like to go through each letter and double check to make sure I don't have anything for that step. So the first letter in the order of operations is P for parentheses. I do have a set of parentheses in this expression, so I'm going to solve 5 plus 3 first. I can rewrite my expression now as 8 times 2 minus 6. I don't have any more parentheses, so I'm going to move on and check for E, exponents. Since I don't have any exponents, I'll move on to M for multiplication and division. I see the multiplication problem 8 times 2, so I'll solve that next and rewrite the expression as 16 minus 6. Finally, there's no more multiplication or division. My final step is to subtract. 16 minus 6 will give me a final answer of 10. Let's take a look at another example. This time 16 minus 3 times 4 plus 8. I'm going to start back at the top of the order of operations again. So P stands for parentheses. I do have another set of parentheses in this expression, 3 times 4, so I can rewrite this problem as 16 minus 12 plus 8. There's no more parentheses, there's no exponents, and there's no multiplication or division, so now I need to decide between addition and subtraction. This is where that arrow is going to be really important. That arrow reminds me that I need to solve in the order that these two operations come up, moving from left to right. Since the subtraction problem comes first, I'll solve 16 minus 12 before I do any addition. That's going to give me 4 plus 8, which means I'll finally add those two pieces together for an answer of 12. Now I'd like to look at one more that has a little bit of a challenge to it. This time, we're going to look at something that has more than one set of parentheses. You can see I have braces, brackets, and the curved parentheses. When we see expressions like this, all we need to do is work from the inside out. We're going to first look for any sets of curved parentheses. I see two sets, 12 minus 8 and 11 minus 9. So I'll rewrite my expression as 3 times brace, bracket, 4 times 2, close the bracket, plus new bracket, 2 times 3, close the bracket, close the brace. Phew! Let's keep going. I still have more parentheses to solve. I don't have any more curved parentheses, but next I'll need to look for any of the brackets. I have two sets of brackets, 4 times 2 and 2 times 3, so I'll solve those next. That means I can rewrite my expression as 3 times 8 plus 6. Now I have my final set of parentheses, the braces, with just one operation, the 8 plus 6. So I'm going to do that first and rewrite my expression as 3 times 14. I don't have any parentheses left. I don't have any exponents. I'm down to just one last step, which is to multiply 3 times 14 for a final answer of 42. Now, we won't see as many questions like this, but if you're looking to give yourself a stretch, just remember that when you have more than one type of parentheses, work from the inside out. Hopefully that helps you with any of your order of operations questions. Don't forget that silly sentence, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, as a way to help you remember all of the steps in the right order. Thanks for watching.